Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We have just a little group of us this morning. Welcome. Okay. So this morning, I want to bring a concept of, we talked about letting go a lot in over the last year, really, in the program here in the Wednesday Wisdom Circle. But I don't know that we always connect the importance of letting go and really what it actually is with who we're becoming. And when we think about the concept of letting go, we have to think that in order to get what we say we want in life, we actually have to shed the identity of the person we are now. Because if the person you were now knew how to hold or had the capacity to hold what it is that you say you want, then you would already have it. So if there's something that you want that you don't have, it means that you don't currently have the capacity to hold that thing. You know, you always hear about the people who win the lottery and then they lose all their money and all their relationships deteriorate and all that because they didn't have the emotional capacity, they didn't have the financial savvy. There was a lot of things. There's a person that they needed to become that they hadn't become yet to be able to hold that thing. So letting go isn't loss, it's expansion. Every time we release something, we actually make space for something greater. We don't just get what we desire, we actually have to become the kind of person that can hold what we desire. So ask yourself, if you want more money, what are your beliefs about money? If you want a deeper, more intimate relationship, what are your beliefs about those things? What do you need to let go of to make space for that new thing? Who do you have to become? Maybe you have to become more vulnerable, better at communicating. Perhaps if you want more, you want more freedom in your life, you have to get better. You have become the kind of person who can delegate and hand things off and trust. We have to look at the kind of person that we are now and what the kind of person is that has the thing that we want and look at the skills we might need to gain or the things we might need to let go of to fill that gap. So when we resist change, we shrink. We actually make ourselves smaller. Not only do we just cling to our identity and stay the same, but we actually shrink. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. You're actually diminishing. But when we trust that every ending is an expansion in disguise, we can let go with grace. So I've been thinking a lot about, this phase in my life with I'm, newly on my own and no disparagement to my husband, but I looked really hard at it and thought of all the growth that I've done. And the me I am now, as much as he's a kind and lovely person, the me I am now wouldn't choose that partner. Like if I'm really honest, the me I am now has expanded. And in order for me to expand to the next level in my life, that needed to come apart to make space for me to continue my evolution and my expansion. And for him as well, I'm certain that there had to be some letting go for his expansion. But for me to become the next version of myself, some things had to come apart, and that's the way of life. So I'd love for you to think about the things that are familiar that you cling to that maybe no longer serve you. And the things that you're really afraid of losing, because the things you're afraid of losing are the places to look. It makes you contract instead of expand. I spent a long time afraid of losing my relationship because my husband was 8 years younger than me. It was my third marriage. I had all these underlying reasons why I was sort of clinging to it. And when it comes apart, you get a chance to see the truth of it all. And there were a lot of wonderful, lovely things, but there was a lot of things that I had to deny or abandon or ignore in order to stay there. I had to shrink myself, I had to contract. So when we're holding on, it prevents us from receiving what is vast. I don't know why my camera likes to just turn itself off by itself. So there's a metaphor I like for this one. It's like, imagine you're holding a small clay pot of water, and the pot represents everything that you currently have: your beliefs, your relationships, your identity, all the things you think are true about the world, all the things you think are true about you. And then you're standing in front of the ocean, and the ocean represents all the love, all the abundance, all the possibility that life has, the unlimited potential, the pure potentia of anything is possible. But you're just hanging on to that clay pot because it's so certain. But if you refuse to let go of the small clay pot, you can never hold the ocean. The only way to receive more is to shatter the pot, to break open, and to expand. So in yoga, the principle here is it's called aparigraha, and it teaches us that clinging or hoarding creates suffering. When we trust that life will always bring us what we need, we can let go without fear because we know something even more aligned is on its way. And the exercise that I do regularly is to look back at all the times in my life when even things were difficult. There was never a time when I didn't have everything I needed. I've had a roof over my head. I've had food in my belly. I've had at least a couple good friends. I've had, there's never been a time. And so why do we fear? What do we fear? If there's never been a time when you didn't have enough or what you needed to survive, then what is there to be afraid of? So every transformation requires letting go of a former version of yourself. It doesn't mean you have to let go of all the people or all the things in your life, though that might be some of the things you do. But we do have to relinquish a former version of ourselves. So when we say we want deep love, success, or joy, we're also saying, I'm willing to become the person who can hold that. I'm willing to become a new version of myself, an expanded version that's more vast that can hold that. Because if I knew how to, I'd have it already. So letting go is what shapes us into the vessel that can hold more. Some questions I have for you around this. Where are you clinging to something small when life is offering you something bigger? Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's, creative project. Where are you clinging to something small when life is offering you something bigger? And then what, if you trusted that letting go was actually an expansion, if you fully trusted that, what would you release today? Is there a person that comes to mind? Is there a task, a job, you know, I don't know, some items in your house? How can I strengthen my vessel so I'm ready for what I truly desire? So this is a big one. How can I strengthen my vessel so that I'm ready for what I truly desire? So buckle up. Here's the key. This is where you must examine your beliefs. If it's more money that you want, then you need to examine your beliefs about money. Sometimes people believe, oh, everybody goes broke at some point in their life. Well, if you believe that, that will be your reality. Sometimes you believe people who have money are, evil or they're selfish or greedy. Well, then you'll never allow yourself to get money. So there's something in your belief systems that you will have to challenge and let go of to get what you want. If you believe that love always hurts or people always leave, then you will not display the vulnerability that will let you have the kind of love that you desire. So you may need to examine your beliefs about love. If you are hitting a roadblock in your career, you might need to examine what you tell yourself about, you know, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not good enough, or I don't have enough experience, or other people are better than me at this. So it comes down to, how do I strengthen my vessel, is looking at the internal operating system, looking at your beliefs around the thing that you say you want. That's what will expand your vessel. So if there's a place you feel stuck or stagnant, I invite you to first identify what you want. Next, identify the beliefs that you currently have that are holding you back and what you need to let go of to become the next version of yourself. Okay, so let's meditate, folks. So I invite you to take a seat in a place where your back can be supported, but your neck is free. Lift the crown of your head, drop your chin slightly, and then start to bring your attention to your body, to your physical body. Notice your feet wherever they're touching, your ankles, the front of your shins, the backs of your calves, your knees, your thighs, your pelvis. Notice the organs in your pelvis, just resting in the pelvic bowl, any sensations you might feel in your abdomen or your torso. Could be physical or sort of emotional sensations. Bring your attention to your sternum, your breastbone, and then the space between your shoulder blades. Allow your shoulders to soften away from your ears. Walk your awareness down your upper arms to your elbows, from your elbows to your wrists, from your wrists to the palms of your hands, the tips of your fingers. Then draw your awareness up to the hollow at the base of your throat. Notice your chin, your jaw, your lips, your tongue, your teeth, the space between your nose and your upper lip, the rims of your nostrils. Trace your awareness across your cheekbones to the outline of your ears, your earlobes, the inner ears. And bring your attention to your eyes in their sockets, the bridge of your nose, the center of your forehead, the crown of your head. Now take a deep breath in for 3 counts. 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1. Let it go for 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. Now hold at the bottom, hold in the emptiness. Then inhale fully, exhale completely. Now bring your attention to your senses, your sense of touch, what you feel, physical feeling of the seat beneath you, of the clothing touching your skin. Perhaps any internal sensations. And then shift your awareness to your sense of hearing. What do you hear beyond the sound of my voice? Perhaps there's electrical buzzing, perhaps some noises from outside. Now bring your attention to your sense of sight. See what you see behind your closed eyelids. Now your sense of smell. Notice what you smell in the space. Maybe there's some coffee brewing. And finally, notice your sense of taste. Is there lingering taste of toothpaste or what you last had in your mouth, or is your mouth dry or acidic? Just notice. Then stack all of those senses on top of each other. What you feel, what you hear, what you see, what you smell, and what you taste, all happening right in this moment, fully present. And take a moment to simply watch your breath, present to the breath moving into and out of your body. Now, slightly differently, imagine yourself as a small cup of water. Your body like a vessel, a small cup of water, and it's familiar and safe, but you're contained within the edges of this small cup. It's limited. And imagine now your small cup standing before the vast ocean, the ocean of potential, of all that is and all that could be. And with deep trust, you pour yourself into the sea, merging with something infinite. You're no longer a small vessel. You've become the ocean. Feel the expansiveness, the limitlessness, the possibilities. What will you release into the ocean? What beliefs? What stories? What parts of your identity? And what are you expanding into? What new identity will you claim? Limitlessness. Anything is possible. A seeker of truth. A creator of unlimited abundance. What will you claim from this vast sea of possibility? Now, just repeat silently, I'm not losing myself. I'm becoming more of myself. I release my old self to create my new self. I let go of old stories and I author a brand new page. I am the creator. Anything is possible. I choose to create my life. From the sea of limitless abundance, I call forth or create, and you fill in the blank. Now take a deep, long breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Let your eyes flutter open. And I hope that this gives you some pause for thought today, just around what parts of your identity you're willing to let go of to make space for something more aligned, more expansive for you in your life. I'm deeply grateful for all of you for joining me this morning. If anyone would like to share anything about the teaching or share gratitude, you're most welcome to do so. Sharon, is that you trying to share?
Okay, sorry. Oh, thank you so much.